Winter on Cape Cod conceals what's become an unsettling reality during the summer. Sharks, they're a real and growing concern. An August attack on a swimmer in Truro was followed by a deadly encounter between a shark and a man on a boogie board in Wellfleet in September.
I have a tremendous respect for these animals, and quite honestly, I have an inherent fear of them as well.
Dr. Greg Skomel is with the state's Division of Marine Fisheries and dodged a great white off the Cape last summer while trying to tag it.
I've seen what they do to people, and I've had nightmares about it.
His sleepless nights may have something to do with this. Great white shark sightings on the Cape last summer. They're everywhere, from the tip of Provincetown down to Chatham, according to data from the Atlantic White Shark Conservancy. And the numbers are way up, a 67% jump from 2017 to 2018. Is there fear?
Lots of fear.
Baby shark, do-do-do-do-do, baby shark, do-do-do-do-do, baby shark, do-do-do-do-do, baby shark. Mama shark, do-do-do-do-do, mama shark, do-do-do-do-do, mama shark, do-do-do-do-do, mama shark.
Papa shark, do-do-do-do-do, Papa shark, do-do-do-do-do, Papa shark, do-do-do-do-do, Papa shark.
Grandma shark, do-do-do-do-do, grandma shark, do-do-do-do-do, grandma shark, do-do-do-do-do, grandma shark.
Grandpa shark, do-do-do-do-do, Grandpa shark, do-do-do-do-do, Grandpa shark, do-do-do-do-do, Grandpa shark.
Let's go hunt, do-do-do-do-do, let's go hunt, do-do-do-do-do, let's go hunt, do-do-do-do-do, let's go hunt. Run away, do-do-do-do-do, run away, do-do-do-do-do, run away, do-do-do-do-do, run away. Safe at last, do-do-do-do-do, safe at last, do-do-do-do-do, safe at last, do-do-do-do-do, safe at last. Goodbye sharks, do-do-do-do-do, goodbye sharks, do-do-do-do-do, goodbye sharks, do-do-do-do-do, goodbye sharks.
Hey everyone, guess who's back? It's the commish, back here with another draft preview. It's going to be Matthew and Cape Cod Sharks this time. A guy coming into the newly formed American division. Big Pats fan. Guy that had a pretty good first year, 10-3, 0-1 in the playoffs though. But still, a 7th place finish in his first year. I would consider that, you know, a success for sure. Considering it was his first year. That being said, though, obviously when you come in your first year, usually you're taking over a team that's not that good, which basically means that your schedule is usually easier. You know how the commission does strength of scheduling. So Matthew has a much tougher schedule this year, in my opinion, looking at it, which is obviously going to cause some problems. Why? Well, it's a draft preview. I'll tell you why. Although Matthew does have a round 1, I believe it's the 14th pick here. He has no round 4, no round 6, no round 8. So the top 10 rounds where you usually find your better players, he's obviously going to be missing 3 picks there, finishing off with 11 picks in the mid rounds and 11 picks in the later rounds. So Matthew's really going to have to hit on his picks to be competitive, I think, against some of these other teams he'll be playing against. And to be competitive, sometimes that comes straight from your keepers. So you know, he does have Andrew Luck, obviously excelled under Frank Reich and his coaching. Then you got Alvin Kamara, I mean, one of the better running backs, no doubt, and always top 5 in most projections for fantasy to be picked. Stephon Diggs at wide receiver. We'll see if Kirk Cousins can get any better there in mini, getting him the ball. And Matthew maybe realizing, hey, I only got 7 picks in the first 10 rounds, going with 2 tight ends as keepers. He's got Austin Hooper and Jordan Reed. You know, I've been looking at some other teams. It looks like people looking at tight end, obviously, as a position of need, almost as badly as the running back position. Looking at some of the keepers out there. And then at IDP, a guy who had a phenomenal rookie season, Corey Littleton for the Rams, and I think he's going to have a really good sophomore season as well, for sure. So you know what? For Matthew, again, he's come in from Tier 3 and really like having the guy in the league. He's competitive. He pays right away. I can't ask for better ownership out of you, Matthew. It's been a pleasure to have you here, and you're welcome to stay as long as you can. And I know even with you having 7 picks in the first 10 rounds, you're still going to find a way to be competitive and not the baby shark that you saw in the song.